is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. And I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air."
Hello everybody, welcome back to our special edition on A Look in the Past.
Today we are going to take a trip to the 1990s and discuss about the different music and fashion that used to be widely popular.
This will give us an idea on how much our wastes have changed since the 90s.
So a few examples of music that was popular in the 1990s was
hip-hop, gangster rap, rock, and R&B.
Some musicians that were popular during that time period were Nirvana,
Madonna, Snoop Dogg.
My last album was The Chronic. They wanna know if he still got it. They say rap's changed. They wanna know how I feel about it.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way.
Hip-hop style was the most popular among young people. This ties back to the music because these singers influence how people dress. For example, the West Coast rap influenced Raider snapbacks, or if you wore a bandana, it meant that you align yourself with Tupac. Other people also wore ripped jeans. They wore overalls with the straps down. They used roller blades and mood rings.
In the early 1990s, new types of foods were being created as well as new ways to have fun. Some popular foods were Lunchables, Hot Pockets, pizza bagels, and molten chocolate cake. The candies that children and teens preferred were Bubble Tape, Pop Rocks, Ring Pops, Baby Bottle Pops, and Squeeze Pops. All the children would go crazy for the candies that were coming out. Every time I would go to the store, there would be children fighting for the last one. It was horrifying. Although children preferred candy, some adults decided to take the route of dieting. They ate different types of salads like chicken Caesar salad and salad with cranberries, pecans, goat cheese, and balsamic vinaigrette almost every day. The other adults liked going out to eat at restaurants like Bullett's Burgers and Roadhouse Grill with their families.
I remember going to Buck's Pizza or Pretzel Maker at 7 p.m. after my dad would come from work as a family. I really enjoyed going to restaurants every day, but sometimes I would get tired of it and really wished my mom knew how to cook.
Many parents preferred dining out instead of cooking at home because it was easier to force their children to eat with them. On the other hand, children found ways to entertain themselves when they couldn't grab the attention of their parents. Movies, music, television shows, and sports were very popular during the 1990s. For example, Jurassic Park, the work of Tupac, Seinfeld, Friends, Saved by the Bell, Disney movies, baseball, football, boxing, and basketball. Every time a new movie would come out, me and my sister would sneak out in the middle of the night to go watch it with our friends. Those were the days where entertainment was growing. Some popular activities that teens and children enjoyed were learning new dance moves like electric slide and the running man. They also played games like Super Mario World, Street Fighter, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Sonic the Hedgehog. Movie stars like Johnny Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, and sport figures like Albert Bell, Monica Seles, and Mark McGuire were major role models during the 1990s.
I remember going to every game to go see Monica Seles and cheering for her so loud that once I even got a heart attack. I also remember my mom getting mad at me for stealing her money for groceries so I can buy myself tickets.
The presidents of the 1960s include George Herbert Walker Bush and President Bill Clinton, also known as the baby boomer. Clinton becomes the first president to get the younger generation excited about politics as he appears on MTV. MTV's Rock the Vote used actors to increase the youth vote and turned PSAs into music videos to attract attention. He becomes president on January 20th, 1993 to January 20th, 2001, and he is the second Democratic president to win the second term in 1997. On December 8, 1993, North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, has Canada, Mexico, and US become an enormous integrated market. Clinton appoints the first woman of Secretary of State named Madeleine Albright. One of the most prominent scandals of the 1990s include the Lewinsky scandal, the media and prominent Republicans raising controversy over Clinton's relationship with a young White House intern named Monica Lewinsky.
Hey everyone, I'm Damaris, and now let's talk about everybody's favorite topic, money. So, specifically, I'll be talking about the 1990s economy. From about July 1991 to about March 1992, there was a really bad recession in the economy. About 1.6 million jobs were lost, specifically in construction and manufacturing. There was also a shortage in national amounts of water and nurses. Yet even with those problems, the 90s were considered a time of economic boom and prosperity. When Bill Clinton won the election, he helped unemployment drop from about 8% to 4%. He also created the 1996 Welfare Reform Act, which greatly reduced poverty rates. Now switching over to taxes, in California, singles making between 0 and 31,000 had to pay between 1 and 8% of taxes. Now, singles making more than that had to pay between 9 and 11%. Married people or people filing together had to pay between 1 and 8% taxes if they made between 0 and 63,000. Couples making more than that had to pay between 9 and 11%. As for federal taxes, singles making between 0 and 170,000 had to pay between 15 and 31% taxes. Singles making more than that had to pay between 31 and 40% taxes. As for married couples, people making between 0 and 143,000 had to pay between 15 and 31%, and people making more than that had to pay between 31 and 40%. Now, the inventions of the 1990s were very important because they caused a spark and a growth in science and technology. It brought some of the greatest scientific inventions of human history. So, in 1990, the Hubble Space Telescope was launched. The Hubble Space Telescope brought us a new way to look at the universe. In 1991, the World Wide Web was created, probably the best thing ever. And in 1992, the first ever text message was sent. In 1993, MP3 players were released to the public. Now, people don't use MP3 players that much anymore, but it's still a pretty great invention. In 1994, DVDs were released. And in 1995, the World Trade Organization was created, and Amazon, I know.
What can you get on Amazon? Everything from A to Z. Ankle socks, Apple products, air compressor and decompressor, batteries, a broom with...
In 1996, eBay was created. In 1997, wireless internet was released to the public. And in 1998, the almighty Google was born. Now let's be honest, most of you wouldn't even be passing your class if it weren't for Google. Including myself. And in 1999, Bluetooth was released. All of the inventions of the 90s have impacted the economy greatly. Millions of MP3 players were sold, almost everyone uses the internet, and the World Trade Organization is very influential when it comes to trading around the world.